Hey everybody, welcome back to the channel. In this video, we are going to review the 2023 Chinese historical revenge drama, Faithful. So Faithful stars Janice Wu as Meng Wan or Gu Songju, Li Zhaohuang as Lu Xin, Chao Zhen as Wu Lian, the antagonist, Hu Yixuan as Lin Rulan, Tian Jinmei as Liu Xianyang, and many more. This is like an ensemble drama. As I said, this is a revenge story with 9 individuals that band together to bring justice to an incident that happened 7 years ago. I was really looking forward to the drama because of Janice Wu, as I mentioned a couple of times in previous videos. I wasn't a fan of her previous contemporary drama, which I dropped. And yeah, this was the drama to satisfy me. So these are my thoughts after watching the drama. Every character has their own story, which really made each character distinguishable from each other. And sometimes that is rare when it's an ensemble cast dramas where there's so many people and you have a hard time differentiating one person to another. The story was pretty simple. The main female lead, one by one, approaches the people she needs to enact the revenge or justice. So, one episode will show the present day and how they were approached by Meng Wan. And in the next episode, we'll show their past on what their connection is with Wu Lian, who is the main antagonist, and we'll show what kind of grudge they have against him. And by the end of the episode, they will decide to join the group and it will preview who the next person in their group is. So it was fairly simple to follow. It was also decently paced with 25 episodes, so it wasn't draggy at all. It also told the story of sexual assault, which is a very delicate subject, really well. And when watching dramas like this for me, that has really sensitive and really despicable actions, it makes me gag or want to vomit. But this drama didn't do that for me, but also kept the gravity of the crime or the action. And I like how sexual assault was portrayed in this drama, which was a couple of different ways. Some of the victims were totally unwilling. Some of the victims were later found out that they were manipulated against, and some that were still infatuated with the antagonist. So they still don't know the situation, and that most of them, though were unwilling, sort of, kind of, and still are unwilling, they gave in with the feeling of liking this person and wanting to please that person. And I guess some criticisms that I have for this drama is one, that I wasn't sure that 2 deaths were necessary in like the revenge timeline. So Sun Yang and one of the guys died in the process. And especially for Sun Yang, because I really liked her as a character. And, she had so much to look forward to after this is all done. And I felt like she could have just slipped through the chains. I remember she had a chain here, but I'm not sure if she was chained on the wrist. But if she was just chained on the waist, I'm sure she could have just slipped out of it because that thing was pretty thick. This drama really made me feel attached to those characters. Maybe that's why I feel like the deaths weren't necessary. And second, even though I like Janice Wu and her role, I wish she was more expressive as a character. Maybe it's because of her, or maybe it's because of her writing, and she's just the vehicle to tell this story. But I feel like her as a character has a lot of pent up anger. So I wish that was expressed, but she was really calm and collected throughout this drama. So I wish there was a little bit more, like one time where she just exploded with emotions, and that would have really satisfied me. Third thing is Wulian's background story was not engaging at all, was not convincing at all. I felt like it wasn't enough of a reason why he turned out like that. But it was so forgettable that I was able to make up another background story, convince myself that he was wired differently from his childhood. He was just a weird dude that liked cruel things. That's how I justified it. You know, there could be so many different ways that they could have set this antagonist up, like a satisfying backstory that we can reconcile with his, I guess, present or current character. As for the ending, the retribution or the punishment that Wulian got, I wasn't satisfied. Being exiled is such a light punishment with so many of the ladies that came forward at the end of the episode of 20 at the end of episode 24. I needed more. I need to see him suffer. But I guess it's very realistic. People knew what he's done. The law actually acknowledged what happened, which I would imagine would be really difficult. And the drama really portrayed that aspect really well. Rulan failed several times on her attempt, and the after effects of reporting that crime and making it known public at that time. And Menglan and her group also, at the last 3 episodes, they tried bringing Wulian into trial, but there were 2 or 3 unsuccessful attempts, and finally when the ladies came forward, made it so overwhelming that the government had to try the case. And episode 25, oh my god, that was so unnecessary. An alternate ending in a parallel world that we did not need to see, which showed a scenario where if Wulian did not have a tragic past, which wasn't tragic at all, in my opinion, if he did not experience what he experienced in this drama, then none of these would have happened. That's what they showed in episode 25. And I didn't need it because, again, that really weakens Wulian's backstory more. It made whatever Rulan and the 9 people and the rest of his victims went through, like, what if? Just what if? But it doesn't exist, and that doesn't sit right with me. Yeah, I think that's all I have to say about this drama. Would I recommend it? Yes, it's pretty short. Despite its hefty subject matter, it's a good watch. It won't burden you that much. So I think that's all for today. Bye, everybody.